What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Heroic Expedition news for July 8th, 2021. So, we have a patch coming out tonight, and we have all new, brand new pets coming to the game. The first of their kind. There's going to be 5 of them. We're going to go over what each one of them does and try to give you recommendations to which one you want to pick. You might need to prioritize what game mode you're going for the most. I think I already know which pet I'm building for sure. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Make sure you guys take 1 second, hit that subscribe button for a bunch of Heroic Expedition content, and let's jump right into it. So first up, we have essentially, I think, what we're going to call the unicorn. It's a Unicute, but you'll notice here it's got the little horn at the top of her head or his head, whatever it is. When Unicute, it's just the name's so funny. When Unicute jumps from the cliff, its tail will pull the bright light and shadow, and the single horn in front of her forehead is the source of its power. So the skill for this pet is called Holy Radiance. All allies gain certain damage reduction for several rounds. There is a chance to purify several random debuffs from all allies. Purified allies gain a shield equal to a certain percentage of the average max HP of all allies in the battle for several rounds. Back row allies also gain Bulwark for several rounds, and that effect will negate the control effect once. So I think we can all agree just by listening to this. Number one, this sounds like the best PvP pet you could possibly get. Like everything you're getting here is great. You're getting damage reduction for several rounds. You're able to purify debuffs off your team. You're getting shields. There's even a chance for your back row allies to negate control effects and stuff like that. I mean, Unicute sounds really strong. Like even for campaign pushes and things like that, it seems like one that might be really good. It just depends on how much that damage reduction is and how much the shield gives you. Might be a very good candidate for your first pet to level up if you're looking for PvP and maybe campaign pushing as well. Overall though, she does seem like a very strong pet. The next one up is the Flamehorn. Flamehorn is an orphan that was found in the Bloody Fort, a juvenile fire dragon with demon horns. Unlike other ferocious monsters, he seems to like being around people. He looks a little derpy, but it's really cute. So his skill is Fiery Breath. It deals damage of the attack to the enemy with the lowest HP. So it sounds like it only hits one target. If the target is shielded, it gains additional true damage equal to a certain percentage of attack. Before dealing damage, it inflicts isolation on the target for several rounds. If this skill defeats the target, aka kills the target, the ally with the highest attack instantly gains extra energy and speed for several rounds. So that's kind of cool. What does isolation do for that one target if they are shielded? Damage taken by this hero cannot be shared or transferred to other heroes. So that kind of is like a workaround for August. Interesting. The fact that it only hits one target, we're gonna have to see how much damage it actually does, because this Flamehorn potentially has some really good synergy, giving your ally with the highest attack, so long as you want them using actives, which you kind of do mostly in this game. It could be a really cool synergy, and speed, so it helps them get to be the fastest. It inflicts isolation. Damage taken by this hero cannot be shared or transferred, but again, it's only one target. But it does make sure that you are targeting, like if there's one enemy that is like the most important to kill, this can help you. But again, it's not like it's based on the lowest HP. This one's going to be interesting. Not quite sure. Has potential to be good, but it feels like more niche situations. Maybe good for single target like bosses, but I think there's going to be a better one for bosses. We'll have to see. The next one up is the Fairy Fungus. This one looks really interesting. So Plague Swamp is the home to the fairy fungus. They can collect deadly miasma in their mushroom hats and convert it into mushroom spores. When under danger, fairy fungus can disperse these spores to give itself a chance to escape. So, very short skill on this one, Mushroom Spore. There is a chance to silence back row enemies for several rounds and reduce their healing received for several rounds. Meanwhile, it reduces their energy. The fact that it only hits back row feels a little bad, but it depends on what that chance to silence is. If it's a high chance, it might be worthwhile because a lot of times you keep your more important squishy heroes in the back line, so that could be a big difference here. Not a fan of it right off the bat. You never know. I've been wrong about things before, but I don't think Fairy Fungus is really the one most people want to go for. Next up, we have Emerald Meowth. I love the name Meowth there. So Emerald Meowth is a small animal with the wings of Actias. I don't even know what that is. I'm not going to try to say it. They dwell on massive trees and utilize their wings for concealment. They like collecting morning dew. So this pet's ability is called Vapor Mist. Heals some allies with the lowest HP for a certain percentage of spirit pet's max HP. If the target's HP is below 30%, it additionally restores HP equal to certain percentage of the spirit's max pet. So it's like a double if they're very low on health. Meanwhile, all back row allies gain attack bonus. So that one's pretty good. That reminds me of pets in a lot of other games that have a heal factor to it. Usually those are pretty safe pets to go after. They're nice, well-rounded pets overall. Decent. I still think out of what we've seen so far, the one that I'm leaning towards the most is Unicute, mainly just because it's very versatile and has a lot of abilities. But this very last one we're going to talk about is kind of my favorite, and you might want to go for him. It is the Azure Angel. I mean, it probably should be Azure Dragon, but it looks the coolest in my opinion. Azure Angel is a blue-black dragon who dwells on a cloud-covered cliff. It possesses the power of lightning and storms. Now you would think because this one has like the smallest skill card, it would be the worst. Not really. Intense Storm is the skill. Deals damage of attack to all enemies, so it hits everyone. That's pretty cool. With a certain chance to weaken them. Weakened enemies take more damage until the end of battle. If the target's HP is above 50%, it additionally weakens them until the end of battle. So this pet is going to be the #1 pet for the single target boss battles, as well as your tribe boss battles. This is the one I'm thinking you need to go for. Why? Because, let's be honest, the easiest and best place that we're getting copies a lot of the times is coming from the boss battles, from those shards you get. Plus, of course, you need those bosses. The higher you go, the more resources you get, the more artifact food you get, all that fun stuff. I'm tempted to say, and the reason why I left this to last is, overall, I believe this one should be your first pet to maximize your damage you're doing against bosses. Now, it's not going to necessarily help as much as, say, Unicute, I think, in a lot of campaign and PvP. Honestly, it's probably not going to be that great in PvP. People who are using Unicute, I think, are going to be the winners in PvP. But if you care about PvE, which you should, because that's where most of your, almost all your progress is going to come from, Azure Angel sounds good. It's a toss-up. There's a lot of good options here. The only one I'm not really a fan of at this point is the Fairy Fungus. All the rest seem to have a niche, have a use. Flamehorn. If I had to rank them, I'd probably put Fairy Fungus last, followed by Flamehorn. Next would be Emerald Meowth. #2 would be Unicute for new players, and then Azure Angel. Again, if you want to focus PvP, Unicute's probably the one, but Azure Angel, I think, is going to be that god tier first pet that you gotta level to maximize your PvE. So, what do you guys think? I mean, these pets look really cool. I can't wait to see how they're going to perform. There is going to be a special location in your town where you access it, just like we have with the tower. It's something separate that you don't control. I believe this one's going to be on the left side on a mountainside where you're going to activate it. So check that out tonight. I cannot wait to see how they perform, and we'll do a post live review as well once we see the actual percentages and numbers that each one of these pets do. But Azure Angel, that dragon, It's going to be amazing for PvE damage. I'm going to tell you that much. So hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Maybe you like Unicute, go for that one. Maybe you're a little more PvP campaign oriented. I don't know. These are going to definitely help power up our accounts. And of course, you do have to get through 10-50, I believe, in Adventure to unlock it. I believe. So make sure you guys check your progress. Check back here tomorrow. Hit that subscribe button so you don't see all, see all the reviews of all the pets. And I'll see you guys next time.